was a pretty interesting event. 3 new iPhones were launched. We're going to look at all 3 of those models, the price points. One of them came in at near $1,500 on the high end, guys. Unbelievable. A price point that's never been touched on an iPhone or any phone for that matter. So a huge price points on some of these. They do have one model that I think is going to sell unbelievably well. We're going to talk about the specs of those. Also, they launched a new Apple Watch Series 4. We're going to look at that. I think that's a real interesting product. So let's just get into this, guys. I'm going to first start out with the iPhone XR, okay? We're just going to look at the price points of all these new products they launched and when they're going to be available. Then we'll go into the specs. This product I start out with first because this is their more affordable iPhone model that I think is actually going to be the top selling iPhone in their lineup, okay? I think this is going to be the one that sells like crazy. Comes in at $749. You can get it in 64 gigs, 128 or 256. And when we'll look at the specs a little later, when I look at the specs of this phone, I see a phone that's going to sell really, really well at that price point, okay? That one's not available as far as pre-order goes till October 19th. It will be available for everybody to buy on October 26th, so about a month later than the highest end iPhone. So as far as the highest end iPhones they came out with the iPhone XS, okay? This one starts at $1,000, so the same price point that the original iPhone X started at, but it's got better specs across the board. We'll look at that. This one you can get in 64 gigs, 256, or 512 gigabytes of storage. Why you need that much storage in an iPhone is beyond me unless you take an incredible amount of video specifically, because even photos, you could take a ridiculous amount and still not clog up your storage. You would have to take a ridiculous amount of videos. Then they also launched an iPhone XS Max, which is a massive phone, a massive phone as far as the screen size. This is a one that starts at $1,099 starts, okay? This one's available as 64 gigs, 256, and 512. Those phones are available for pre-order on September 14th and are available for people to buy September 21st. So those ones you get about a month before you can get the iPhone XR. So as far as the iPhone lineup is now, you have the iPhone 7 coming in at $449 starting, iPhone 8 starting at $599. They have the iPhone XR, which I think is going to be the top selling iPhone, starting at $749. They have the iPhone XS, which starts at $999, and then they have the iPhone XS Max starting at $1,099. And as far as the specs on those last 2 phones, they're pretty much identical, except for the screen is ridiculously massive on the iPhone XS Max there. Now they launched this new Apple Watch, okay? This is the thing we'll kind of look at the specs at first. It's called Series 4 Apple Watch. This new Apple Watch has a much larger edge-to-edge screen, giving the biggest facelift since the launch in 2014. The screen is 30% larger than the previous.